Most people are struggling to find the best non-technological jobs to become a successful digital nomad. And if you don't know what to do or in which direction to guide your current career education, this is the perfect video to learn about 5 of the best and most demanded digital marketing jobs currently existing in the market. Hey guys, my name is Goran. I'm a digital nomad. I'm a freelancer in social media management and digital marketing, and today's video is being made in Solothurn here in Switzerland. The goal of today's video is to talk about some very interesting digital marketing jobs and why they are currently in a very high demand and why it's probably not going to change in the next few years. And one of the best points about those jobs is that you can work in the digital marketing industry without actually having a degree in digital marketing. In today's world, it's actually very easy to learn the new skills in digital marketing as you have platforms like YouTube, Skillshare, or Udemy where you can learn it for free or for a very low price. So it's up to you if you want to put in the effort and learn the digital marketing skills or not. So let's start right away with the 5 jobs I've chosen for today's video in the digital marketing industry in a random order. And the 5 jobs I've chosen for today's video are marketing copywriter, SEO specialist or manager, media buyer, social media manager, or email marketing specialist. And before we start with the 5 jobs of today's video, I just want to remind you, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It helps me out a lot to grow the channel, so thank you very much. And now let's move on to the first job, marketing copywriter. What is he writing about and what is he doing? He can write stuff on web pages, on articles, magazines, or for example, online ads. If you click on an online ad, that's the copy of a copywriter, for example. In today's digital world, the demand for copywriters is huge. As I've already mentioned in other videos, there are 2 types of writers. There's the copywriter and the content writer. One is responsible to generate sales, whereas the other one is generated to make informative content. If you're looking to work as a freelancer, I have just one recommendation for you. Niche down. Choose one service only you want to work at. For example, e-commerce, very attractive in today's world, and you can make a really great income. On the other hand, you can also work as a copywriter in a full-time position. In a full-time position, you will always have enough work, but obviously you cannot make as much money as, for example, as a freelancer, but you have much more safety. So it's up to you which option is more attractive for you. Either way, becoming a remote copywriter is a very attractive option. Why? Because the contact to your customer is very limited. You just need to write down all the text you need to make all the research, and when you're done with it, you talk to your customers normally and that's it. So it's very attractive because you're not depending on the always very best internet connections. Let's already move to the second job of today's list, SEO manager or SEO specialist. SEO is very important in today's world to be found in the internet. But what is SEO? SEO is nothing else than search engine optimization. The goal of an SEO manager is to make your company being found on Google to rank very high on the first page, for example, or also on the Google AdWords, which means on the right hand side or on the Google Ads on top of your page. As a Google SEO specialist or manager, you help the companies to rank very high in organic Google searches or paid search for Google Ads, for example. Important parts of your job as an SEO manager, for example, are keyword research, link building, on and off-site optimization, and many more things. In today's digital world, SEO is very important and a key part in all your digital strategy as it helps you to increase the sales revenue of your company. So summarized, you can say that SEO is a skill that is very needed in all the parts of digital marketing. And one of the best parts about SEO is that you can actually learn it too, and it's not one of the most difficult skills in digital marketing. And one of the best points about SEO is it's a very demanded skill as every company in the world with a digital presence needs it, so the demand is always going to be very high for this area. And if you want to work as a freelancer or having a full-time position in SEO, it's the same as in copywriting or in any other job as well. You always have to choose if you want to have high risk and a higher salary or more security and have maybe a lower salary in comparison to the freelance opportunities. So let's already move on to the third job in today's video, the media buyer or social ads manager. A media buyer is making and creating the social ads on platforms like Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and many more. In general, you can say that the media buyer is a person who is offering products to people who are currently still not interested in the product based on their needs, interests, or the demographics. So actually, you are just targeting potential customer, as I've already mentioned, based on their characteristic, demographics, or the gender, or the age, for example, as you know he might be interested in the product you're promoting on those platforms. One of the best parts about the media buyer position is that they have fantastic salaries. The job media buyer is especially for freelancers very attractive as you can charge a big amount of money if you're really good at what you are doing. And in my personal opinion, I don't consider the skill as a social ads manager as very difficult. You can easily learn it on platforms like Skillshare or YouTube or Udemy, as I've already mentioned before, and you can make a really good living and a career as a media buyer. So let's already move on to the fourth job, the social media manager. As a social media manager, you are in charge of the whole online presence of your company. Also, you're responsible for the strategy, branding of all the social platforms and much more. It can actually also include the social ads depending on the size of your company, because sometimes they have people responsible exactly for those parts as they are very good at it and there's so much more to do as a social media manager. So being the social media manager in a very big company enterprise or compared to be a social manager in a startup, that's a very big difference. So you always have to keep in mind that you can or specialize in some of the skills or be responsible for all the parts of. So summarized, you're responsible for the virtual presence of a company and the whole brand to communicate to the outside world and to your potential customer. One of the bad parts of the social media manager job is that the competition is really high, as most people all over the world think social media, I like it, I'm very interested in that topic, I can do that. So most people try it first to become social media managers. That's also why the salaries are a little bit lower. But summarized, if you're very good at all the different platforms and the programs you might need as a social media manager, you can get really good jobs, as it is a skill and a job position that is in high demand in all the biggest companies. You just have to be very good at it that you can beat your competition. So let's already move on to the fifth and the last job of today's list, the email marketing specialist. There are actually many people all over the world thinking that newsletters, for example, are not that attractive or effective anymore, but they are completely wrong, as the copywriting in an email is really important and can have a big effect on the sales revenue of your company. A good newsletter campaign is having a huge influence on the sales revenue of your company. Most people underestimate the power of a very well written email for a newsletter, for example. So becoming an email marketing specialist is a very good skill for a freelancer, for example, as you can charge also a big amount of money, as you are affecting a lot the sales revenue of your company, as for example the media buyer as well. So it's a very attractive and also a very high demanded skill on the market in today's world. The email marketing industry is also kind of competitive, maybe not as much as social media management, but still. But if you have already had some of your customers before, have a portfolio, you will never run out of clients, as the skill is very demanded and there are many people always looking for talented and experienced email marketing specialists. So that's already been the list of the 5 highly attractive and demanded jobs in the digital marketing industry. As you have seen in today's video, writing skills are very demanded, as a good text can always sell and make a good living for the companies and for you as a freelancer or full-time writer as well. One of the best parts about being a writer is you can learn that skill as well. You don't have to be over creative to become a good writer. You just need to know how to write in a very easy way. You don't have to show off all the knowledge you have about your products, because potential customers won't understand you. They want to have real information in a very easy way. That's the best part about it. So trust me, I am not very creative. For me, being creative is a very difficult part, but I'm very good at writing very good emails, writing good copy, because I know how to sell a product in a very easy way, in a very easy language to potential or already current customers. Mostly the hardest part of the job is actually to write as easy as possible, because you have so much more knowledge than the potential customer and you want to bring it into your texts. So writing easy text is key in all the mentioned jobs before, and trust me when I tell you, those skills are learnable, so it's possible for everybody. If I've been able to do it, you can do it too. And if you, for example, don't feel as a very creative person, no worries, you don't have to create the content for the social media platforms. In digital marketing, there are many analytical parts as well, because the logic is needed too, to know how to convert the numbers in potential actions for the future in your digital marketing plans or strategy. So wherever you feel safest or best in the digital marketing industry, you can go and learn those skills for free or even for a very low price in all the different platforms I've mentioned before in today's video. And before we end today's video, somewhere here I want to share with you another 5 jobs for the digital marketing industry that could be potentially very interesting for you, and you can go and check it by yourself on Google. So we have reached again the end of today's video. I hope it was very valuable for you, that you have learned some new things about some potential jobs, some may be very interesting for you. If you're interested in this kind of content or want to learn more about the digital nomad lifestyle, everything related to digital nomads, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, leave a like, comment, whatever. It helps me a lot to grow the channel. Thank you very much and see you in the next one.